Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the soft relaunch of Digital Diversity. This isn't an official Digital Diversity stream. Mostly it's me just getting used to the time slot again, getting used to playing out some queer games that I've either been wanting to play for far too long, or just getting through it again and getting into that emotional space, because a lot of these great games really hit me hard because they're fucking awesome. Tonight we are playing Heaven Will Be Mine, as you can pretty clearly see. I have bought this game like 5 years ago, and it's been on my queer giant mecha in space, totally my jam. Let's make it happen. I'm so excited. It's like, I gotta wait for the perfect time to play it. I gotta wait for the perfect time to play it. Gotta wait for the perfect time to play it. And it's just like, it's just sitting there. It's like, you know what? In the end, you just gotta play what you feel like, play what's up there. So yeah, I am excited. For those who don't know, Digital Diversity is the queer games project that I run, and I have been running since 2018. So next March will be the sixth year anniversary, or sixth birthday, fifth birthday. I have no idea how numbers work. And I am super excited. I put out call for games to play, and I think so far I've got about 22 or something from queer folks who want to share their games, share their stories. Some of them will be very queer centric in their themes or in their presentation or elements, and I'm super excited for those. But we're also just gonna have cool shit that doesn't necessarily have to have queer stuff in it, because Digital Diversity is all about the people making those games. Let me just quickly get hold of the content warnings for this one, because I know there are a few. Nothing massive that I really had to tag in. So let's see. Heaven Will Be Mine, created by Pillow Fight, who do amazing work, and this one has just been constantly recommended to me over and over. And it's like, I own it. I'm going to stream it. I promise. I will play it eventually. Content warnings for this game, for mature audiences. I mean, I've got a mature audience tag, so if you are not a mature audience, you should not be here. We talk about a lot of adult shit here, so, you know, and I tend not to hold back, so that's the thing. Features fantasy violence, body horror, discussions of sexuality, abuse, and trauma. So please be aware that that is what's going to go on today. So we're just going to make sure everything's working, make sure we're all happy and I'm all settled, and we will roll from there. So let's see. Let's just make sure there's no options I really need to worry about. Options, sound, music. You know what? I'm fine with that. Let's take... You know what? Levels seem to be okay. Levels seem to be fine. The biggest strain with these streams, of course, always being time zones, which is why I'm doing streams so damn early in my day. But we'll see how we go. I'm just gonna make sure all of the social media shit is sorted. Yeah, that's fine. Let's check the other one, and then we will get ourselves rolling, because I'm very excited to play this. Okay, I think I think we're all goodly. Alright. Best as we can, given the state of social media right now. I don't know how well I'm going to end up reaching people these days, but we will do what we can, right? Stream is holding. All that shit is good. Just going to quickly check my... What? Check that one, make sure it's all good. Yeah, that's all good. Okay. It's all good. Alright. Let's do this gay space robot stuff. Because I'm very excited. Alright. New game. Oh, okay. Character selection. Select pilot. Saturn. Faction. Celestial mechanics. Self-ship string of pearls. Celestial mechanic reserve test pilot. Celestial mechanics want to advance humanity to its next stage, and Saturn wants to flirt, but there's no reason we can't do both. Combat style button mashing, bedroom style button mashing. I mean, yeah, that seems like a really good choice straight off the bat. So, but we'll see what else we got. Can we only choose? No, we can choose more. Okay. Pluto. Faction. Cradle's Grace. Self-ship. Krun Makula. Cradle's Grace. Ultimate weapon pilot. Even if Earth is given up on a new life for humanity in space, Cradle's Grace hasn't, and Pluto will make that dream come true. Likes succulents, good girls, crushing both kinds. Everyone dislikes is everyone is trying very hard not to have any. Hey Bayou, how you doing, lovely? What? Luna Terra. Faction, Memorial Foundation. Chowing on dinner? What are you having for dinner? Self-ship, Mare Chrism. Memorial Foundation Ace Pilot. Oh, I do like the ace representation here. Sorry, I had to do that one. Fighting for the pilots to join the rest of humanity back on Earth before it's too late. Good at sniping, espionage, double-crossing, ghosting, loving herself, everything else. Wow, she sounds like a terrible person. No. Sweet Savage, he's nice. I mean, I kind of love the Chaos Gremlin energy of Saturn. Like fantastic chaos energy here. Feels like a good first try. Pluto just feels like a bit too much like me. I'm not sure. Lunatar and Lunatar just feels a little too distant, so I think we might go Chaos Gremlin mode. They're all various levels of horrible. I love everyone being various levels of horrible. I'm guessing you've played through this one quite a bit. All right, let's go Chaos Gremlin. I love this. Ooh, it's a little too loud. Let's drop that volume a little. Okay. Welcome, provisional test pilot Saturn. Your clearance level is 1. Testing and maintenance. Warning, potential damage to cockpit hardware detected. That's what they all say. Warning, modifying or tampering with cockpit hardware and or firmware is strictly prohibited. That's what they all say. Okay. Saturn, what are you doing? Notice, bypass or override accepted. Launch attempt blocked. No handshake with base. Oh, hey Mercury. Not much. Launch attempt blocked. Base handshake spoof detected. Just hacking the OS root of this self-ship. You? Okay, yeah, I love a Chaos Gremlin mode. I'm all in on this. Base handshake. Base handshake accepted. Trying to stop some brat from hijacking the prototype, apparently. Okay, I love them already. Emergency launch override initiated. Prepare for launch in T-minus 120 seconds. Calm down, Mercury. I'm just borrowing it. I am not debating. I am trying to save your life. The commander will be furious and he won't just accept you stealing the cornerstone project from the designated pilot. It's not a big deal. I'll have it back before you know it. This is privileged information, but the designated pilot has to launch right this second to get that machine back to Earth before they get here. This is the worst possible time. It couldn't be worse if you planned it. Everyone in the system suddenly knows this base's location and they're heading here now. Notice, user launch override block denied by base. Oh, wow, weird. How did that happen? User launch override block denied by base. You planned it, didn't you? You forgot an apostrophe. Base override, remote shutdown in 30 seconds. No one can prove anything, especially not the designated pilot unconscious in locker 27. Whoops, looks like they're trying to kick me out. Saturn, I know you're mad, but you can't do this. When they catch you, it's gonna be so bad. Can you just please act like you're pranking them still? There's still time, I beg you. Such a worrywart. You've got hours to evacuate the capital ship. They'll never engage you this far from base, and I'll be distracting them. I have it all figured out. Except for how you're going to do anything at all to accomplish that with everyone trying to kill you. Saturn? Trying to have a little faith. Saturn? Calm down, jeez. It doesn't take a genius to drive one of these things to the moon. Who cares which one of us does it? Or do you think I can't? That is not the issue. The commander cares, and you know better than anyone what he's like. Impetus will just have to get used to it, lol. Saturn, what are you trying to prove? So much, Mercury. 5. But give me a little credit. 4. 3. I have much higher ambitions than just being a bitch. IFF sequence missing. Base override cancelled. I almost got worried for a sec. Lol. Welcome, assigned pilot. Full permissions granted. Saturn, I'm going to die and it will be your fault. Oh, come on. I'll get this to the moon safe and sound. And let the Severance project be complete. I'll be very good, maybe. And do everything I'm supposed to, maybe. I know I'm the second choice, but they'd rather have that than nothing, right? Very generous of me, isn't it? They will not accept that. They'll sort of have to, though, won't they? Command didn't want me to steal one. They shouldn't have benched me indefinitely. Emergency launch initiated. Let me know when he starts admitting it. Warning, hostile launch. Catapult locks on. High risk of damage to your subship. Geez, now they're just being needy. Such a brat. Mercury, isn't this just the worst when someone who doesn't care anymore starts clinging just because you found someone new? Prepping weapon systems. Electron levels surging. Weapons operational. So gross, lol. Emergency launch initiated. Can't believe I really did it. I really, really did it. Everyone who said if I was good I'd get my chance again sure was a liar. I got away and I've got a ship and she's all mine. You're beautiful. I want to know everything about you. I miss this so much. Much better than the test machines when I was in the academy. She's so beautiful. She's a wicked machine with a lot of secrets and just as giddy as her pilot to be free. She's extremely responsive, eager to do everything Saturn wants. I love this design work. This is so cool. You're even worth reading the manual for. What's in you? You're not hiding anything from me, are you? But Saturn already knows everything in the manual, and more. It's a very cagey document that doesn't do the ship justice, and certainly hiding something. There's plenty of information about how to use her electromagnetic poisons, and how to cheat distance and gravity, and all of that is fun, but none of that tells her the first thing about how to be a ship. This is useless. How can this help me diagnose anything when they don't know the first thing about being a ship? I love this notion of the living ship. So wrong, way too dry. That's not what it's like at all. It's a body that's also a soul that it means exactly what it is. That's why it's small, curved and wicked edges in some places, but curved in soft ways elsewhere. Sharp claws and a deadly tail, but cute enough to hug. I mean, that just sounds like a goal, honestly. Like, who doesn't want to be curved in wicked edges in some places, curved in soft ways elsewhere, sharp claws and a deadly tail but cute enough to hug? That seems like goals to me. So perfectly suited for Saturn, one has to understand exactly why they wouldn't give it to her. Really perfect, fits her better than a human body. Turn this down a little. That's reason enough to disobey everyone and run off with it, isn't it? Oh, speaking of. Oh, more threatening emails from Iapetus. Missing me already. I gave him a perfectly good deal. For someone who always goes on about mutually beneficial arrangement, he's really having trouble seeing the big picture. In the time it takes him to realize that, I'm sure I find something fun to do in this system. Time to test you out and see if it's really true. Can you give me everything I want down to the last drop? Such a gremlin. It's January 1st, 1980, and the long and cold war where humanity united against its nemesis, an existential threat from beyond the stars, has been over for a long time. Since the 50s, we have been fighting a war against an existential threat that we cannot understand, cannot perceive, and is powerless against the technology of Earth. That is a pretty stupid sort of war to fight, isn't it? But when there's enough of a mess down here to worry about, humanity is already the undisputed authority of reality, and we have the physics to prove it. It's time to return to the Earth, our home, the seat of the universe. Before Earth takes us back in pieces, let's go home with grace. On the first anniversary of the decommissioning of the International Space Program, we, Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety, in agreement with our home planet's unanimous decision, declare there is no future for humanity in space. Let's come home. From the Return Resolution, Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety. It's January 1st, 1981. It's been 1 year since we declared independence from Memorial Foundation and the rest of Earth. The Cold War is officially over, and it feels so light without the gravity weighing us down. How can a tiny handful of colonies, terraformers, and schools hold out against the full authority of Earth? Because that shit doesn't fly past escape velocity. To power the ship selves we made to fight the Cold War, we made tidal resonators to bring the gravity necessary for humans and culture to survive in space. And that gravity is ours now, enough to make a new world free from the weight of Earth. If Memorial Foundation wants to kill the future, they'll have to come and take it from us. We're thankful for our cradle's graces, but we're not coming back. Independent Declaration, Cradle's Graces. Hey Tangled, how you doing? It's January 25th, 1981. Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces have been having fun for a little over a year, and nothing is breaking the stalemate. Earth is getting impatient. They have good reason to believe that the existential threat posed by a divided humanity in space is much greater than any theoretically malevolent entity outside the native sphere. Trying to get into Street Fighter 6? Nice. That seems like a very you game. While the kids are fighting, Earth is getting ready to list the humans remaining in space as part of the existential threat. And when they do, they'll send real weapons and end this war fought with plastic toys. Their justification: we are technically less than 100% human, just not human enough to be something else. That's a big fucking mood. I'm already getting some feels going right now. It's hard to believe they're really onto us. It's time to make a drastic move. Bring our final piece, the prototype self-ship string of pearls we made in the atmosphere of planet Cronus, which will never be Saturn, to the lunar gravity well, where Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces are already headed. Whoever controls that place controls humans' access to space. We can be sure everything will be in place there. Earth or space, we are just short of 100% human. So let's see how much less than 100% we can get. Internal report, Celestial Mechanics. I love this. Day 1. Oh, we've actually got a UI, okay. Saturn return. In the strange gravity of the abandoned Daphnius lab, Saturn lies in wait for a looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. But what are they after, and will they get it? Joyride Killjoy, weaving in and out of Senate 6 planets rings. Memorial Foundation's ace Lunar Terror plays cat and mouse with the renegade ship thief Saturn. Okay, so we've got different missions. Okay, their missions select. We've got mail alerts. Subject, your apparent promotion. Origin, Celestial Mechanics Division Lead, Impetus. Good job, Saturn. There's no point being angry with you, so I'll choose to be proud of you instead. I'll refrain from having you sunk, since that's counterproductive to our intentions for that unit. You're a reserve candidate after all, so you'll be fine. Try not to make too much of a pain in the ass for me. I'll have Mercury reassigned to you since he apparently doesn't have a say in the matter. How nostalgic. The two of you had so much potential. Well, he knows how to do his job at least. Do your best not to get the string of pearls sunk. We'll absolutely wash you out of the biological interface and reassign you permanently if we get the chance. So prove you're competent enough and neither of us will have wasted our time. Subject, truce ending effective immediately. To all members of the former Memorial Native Sphere Existential Research Division. God, that's a feckin' huge name. Now known as Celestial Mechanics. Thank you for shortening your name. I very much appreciate that. This message serves as formal acknowledgement that this branch has violated our trust and broken provisions of the 1981 Memorial Foundation Consensus by violating Clause 3, the development of a variable gravity engine, and Clause 7, installation of a variable gravity engine into the self-ship string of pearls. Celestial Mechanics will no longer be listed as part of Memorial Foundation. They will be formally relisted as an independent entity and considered a true existential threat. I mean, who around here isn't an existential threat, right? By Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety. We are still offering forgiveness, so please defect as soon as possible while the appeal grace period is still in effect. Please otherwise expect title retaliation for existential endangerment of human culture. Alright, comms. Oh, Mercury, don't talk to me. You literally messaged me first, you nerd. Oh my god. Harpy. What's this? Mercury, a boy in space on purpose. Consummate bridge bunny, not responsible for Saturn. Saturn, insufferable horror creature, forward or complaints to Mercury. I love this design. It's so cool. Such a good UI choice and design. Come on, baby, I'm sorry. What can I do to make it up to you? Give back the ship. Come on, I'm obviously not doing that. Please, I'm begging you, listen to reason. You have so much left to live for. Oh, Mercury, come on, we both know that's not true. What do you want from me? A list of girls who will shoot me out of orbit. God. Anyway, don't be a crybaby, I'm fine. Saturn, you're extremely wrong if you think there is a chance that I am not at all worried about you. If you come back, all will be forgiven, but you need to bring it back. Mercury, it's fun playing, but I don't think you've been listening at all. Mercury, it's not that ship anymore. It's me. Mercury, you wouldn't ask me to give up my own self, would you? I'm sailing on a ship of myself now and not giving it up until gravity drags me back kicking and screaming. I can't deal with you. Oh, baby, kiss kiss. You're a nightmare and I'm trying to save you from yourself. I love you. I hate you so much. You can't stay mad at me. I can't, and it's horrible, but my revenge will come because literally everyone in the universe can. Oh darn. Guess I should have fun while it lasts. Saturn, if you defect, I cannot protect you. Impetus is furious and he's gonna come personally for you if you don't come back. I told you I'd do all the missions. Such a gremlin. What, you don't believe me? Obviously not. Fair. Okay, let me ask this. Do you think I'd give up on the aversion process? Go on. If just want us to fight for a new self beyond a self ship, but not even get a taste until the end? Fuck that. My house now. Tell me which of the two of us you trust less, Mercury. Channel closed. Love it. Alright, so we've got an alignment. Okay, interesting. We've got an alignment chart, so that's going to say, like, which force we're more, like, sticking with. We've got all the different data entries. That's cool. We've got all the system stuff. Okay. I guess we... Oh, we pick... Right, so these missions, I guess, are going to depend on which alignment we end up going for. This should be interesting. Okay. Set and return. The strange gravity of abandoned dead space. Set and laser and wait for that. Okay. Joyride Killjoy, maybe? I'm not sure. Foundations Eastern plays cat and mouse on a great ship thief. Alright, let's go after Joyride Killjoy. That sounds fun. I have no idea what I'm doing. Please tell me how long you're going to be engaged in this. Wow, that's kind of loud. Alright, turning that down a bit. Ah! Ow. Okay, my headset did not like that. Alright. Please tell me how long you're going to be engaged in this. May I stress again, incredibly dangerous, giant waste of time. Until they start sending one interesting after me, Mercury. The whole fleet would be after if you hadn't damaged the entire launch hangar when you stole that. Could they even take me out while I'm flying this thing? No, but it won't stop him from trying. And let me stress, this info packet is a gift purely to prevent your self-ship from falling into enemy hands and not an indication of any sort of forgiveness. Let me worry about Impetus, Mercury. It's going to be a lot less grumpy when I clear the way for us and celestial mechanics to return to the native sphere. I've got it all figured out. You obviously don't, but okay. Did you read the info packet? Ace Memorial Foundation pilot Luna Terra in hot pursuit of escorts. Planned an attack on the lab. After you escaped, do not engage under any circumstances. Boring. But this part was good. I don't expect you to create and control your impulses, but even given that you're just like that, she is the last person you should be even trying to fight on purpose. Sounds like I should definitely fight her on purpose, right? I hate you. Oh, come on, the carrier's never gonna make it out of the system if I don't. You don't know how to pilot your ship, and she's a veteran since the Cold War. You're gonna get yourself captured and humiliated and the ship trashed. So you're saying there's no downside? Why are you doing this to me? And she's 6'1", huh? Your attention to detail is so useful sometimes. Fucking hell, sad, you little gremlin. I love you. I love you already. You're using me to cruise? Your taste is so awful, I hate you. Oops, looks like one of our escorts is in range. Sorry, gotta go. Surprise is all I've got, you know? I wish Europa would stop sending me boys who can't control themselves. Having fun dismantling my escorts? With a string of Pearl's fingers, Saturn carefully peels the mechanical musculature out of the poor ship's arm she's holding, a souvenir of the last Lunaterra's escort she sent crying too easily back to their base. It's still sparking and oozing, and Saturn wishes her ship had a mouth so she could suck it out like crab meat. Maybe it does have a mouth. The machine has many mysteries the manual doesn't explain, and Saturn is still learning them. Though I suppose Europa's learned her lesson about sending me girls who can't control themselves. Oh really? That's interesting. Mind telling me more? Oh, she's a hacker too. How amusing. There's nothing too interesting on this comm frequency. Aw, you flatter me. But hey, what did that mean exactly? The part about girls who can't control themselves. I really want to hear more. It means back up that talk first. Or can you land a hit off the comms? Lunaterra's gravitational field focuses to a single point. Lunaterra isn't budging. She's been through much worse, and so has her ship. Always follows a thin trail from a bleeding wound she could never completely repair. The Marcrisium is over 2 decades old, but Saturn can't even land a hit. It's regal and stiff, dressed in cold metallics, weathered and refurbished, the archetypal prototype for all other ship selves she's going after all these years. Still furiously untouchable, the string of pearls hasn't gone down no matter how much she's been rammed with that spear, but she hasn't even nicked Lunaterra's ship once. Not bad for a joyride, but can't you get one hit in? Good thing you can't win by looking cool. No mercy for newbies? No. Lunaterra pulls a stake of solid light wrapped through a string of pearl's leg, pins it to its own gauze wrapper. It doesn't hurt at all, and the ship's metals begin molding and reforming around the wound immediately. A ridiculous, unfair advantage. Saturn has no right to complain, but she still wants to. She's trying to be cool. Everyone wants to, when in the quiet gleam of that always bleeding ship. It's a pretty amazing ship. Think it will last. If you're fighting just for fun because you're that reckless, or you're caught in your own containment wrapper and can't escape orbit yet, and you'd beat me for sure if I played around, I'm not done yet. It's not true. It's actually very difficult to move with a solid light bullet in your leg. She's not going to let that stop her. Saturn is suddenly closer than she logically could be. Claws bubbling, but Lunaterra effortlessly slips away and kicks Saturn's ship directly in the chest. Yeah, you're done. The containment wrapper is still stuck to you, so your movement's off. Doesn't seem to have stopped you that much. Right? It was so rude of you to try and stop me. It seems cruel to take it away when you're having so much fun with it. Same as you, right? Do I know you? Everyone knows Memorial Foundation's perfect ace. But do I know you? So I do, don't I? Let me out of this thing and I'll tell you. Why should I? Because you can't help yourself. Besides, don't you want a real fight? Can you promise it'll go different? I can promise it'll be more fun. You are asking me to totally abandon my duty to bring you back and do that instead. What? You won't? The legendary pilot who defected from Memorial Foundation, then double-crossed the rebels she abandoned them for, can't be opposed to a little fooling around with the enemy? I guess you do know me. Want to trust each other? Or is it more fun if we don't? Oh. It's more fun if they do and Saturn gets embarrassed, or it's more fun if they don't and Lunatara gets owned. Ah. Yeah. Outcome favors the Memorial Foundation. Outcome favors Celestial Mechanics. Oh, I got to decide whose side I'm on already. Ah. Why do I gotta make choices? Choices are hard. I mean, this one seems to like fall in with Saturn's very bratty nature, so it's kind of tempting. Like, this feels full gremlin mode. I do kind of like the Celestial Mechanics. They seem fun. So let's fuck it. Let's do it. Let's go Celestial Mechanics mode. Opening future choices. I'm impressed. Most people would be nervous to have a knife this near their throat. It's not like you can hurt it, so there's nothing to be nervous about, is there? It's true. But you're so new to this, I thought your brain would be overriding the information from the ship. Maybe I'm not new to this. Oh, you were a candidate, so I think it might be true. But you're also trembling, so I think it's not completely true. I'm still very dangerous, you know, Lunatara. I believe that for sure. You wouldn't be trembling if you were in my shoes? Less so. People tremble for a lot of reasons, though. I don't have anything to fear, so please, don't project that on me. Ah, well, if you're fearless, what is it then? Could be anticipation, couldn't it? This is very foolish of me. It really is. I have you right where I want you, remember? That might mean I have you too. It's very queer in here. How you doing, friend? Your claws are twitching. I thought we promised not to trust each other. I still don't. Then you must really like living dangerously if you're still helping me. I totally get that, friend. You're not alone. To all those wonderful folks out there who are dealing with the seasonal depressions, you're not alone. This is a really fucking hard time of year for so many folks, but you're welcome here. Oh, and happy birthday! Sending you much love. I hope you had a lovely birthday. I'm having fun. I can tell. If you want to know so bad, that's why I didn't like you. Because you were a test pilot and never got to fly before the end of the Cold War, while idiots like me got to? Hey, welcome! I thought so. That's enough. Hold still. Everyone let you have as much fun as you wanted. You were the real huge jerk. I was always jealous of that. Everyone who let me get away with it regrets it now. There. Done. Thanks. For all your hard work, I should leave you something to remember me by. Oh, ready to fight for real? I sort of already did. And Saturn has left a claw scratch of hot pink poison seeping on Mare Crimson's thigh. How's that? I really did get a hit on you. Good job. They break away, rocketing. It's just a little love bite. Pay me back for it next time. Trust me, I will. I love that they become the ships they're in. That's very cool. All right, so like I'm working towards certain alignments. All right. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing okay. Know that you're seen. Know that you're not alone. Okay, subject. Pilot candidate 007 Mercury interviews. Author, Generation 3 pilot intake. Don't worry, it's just a checkup. Historically untrustworthy scenario. It's just questions, I promise. That's not a great way to set my mind at ease. Let's just answer the questions, okay, wise guy. Aw, all good, friend. Hey, all good. Definitely have at least one of your games on the list coming up in the new year. Today is just a test run, see how we go. This one's like not official digital diversity streams. Coming up in the new year at this time, I will be starting up the digital diversity project proper again. So streaming games made by queer developers. They don't have to be queer games, they just have to be made by queer devs. And then we'll be interviewing the devs and finding out about their games, about them, and all of that sort of cool stuff. I'm going to make myself do it this year and push past a lot of the rough stuff that was happening this current year or this previous year. But yeah, today's mostly just a test run. See how it all feels. I'm like remembering the time slot and getting the vibe of it back. So it's nice to be back here and with you wonderful folks. Have you experienced a sense of vertigo or loss of balance from a period lasting more than 2 minutes in the last month? No. Have your eating habits changed recently? No. Have your? No. Mercury, work with me, please. Why? You work with me. If I absolutely promise neither I nor anyone else will do anything at all to stop you from being exactly who you want, or from whatever changes you need, will you at least answer my questions? Sometimes. Maybe. Alright, get some rest, friend. Okay, that's good enough for me. We're just curious if there's a side effect of life in space or the educational program of Dr. Nix. Hi, Dr. Nix. Or in reference to the behavior of Epitus. No, that's backwards. Everyone else seems to get to do whatever they want without limits in space. Why is it weird when I do it? We want to test for the effect of space alone, so self-induced changes have to be controlled for. Don't ask what's in my endocrine system. That's my endocrine system. Fine, it's testosterone. I put it there because I wanted it there. Is that enough? Well, I guess that's what I need to know. If you promise not to ask me about it again, I will give you all the data I catalogued about the changes. Okay, I get it. It's starting to get me. Stop treating me like a girl, and I'll know you really got it. Tea poison. I am a fan. Okay, so Mercury's trans mask? By the look of it. Subject, recommended tactics. Needing such power to become more of yourself from the 2 rather than more, right? A string of pulses is configured for specific outwards expressions of gravity tidal forces. The dissonant rhythm of this reactor makes peaceful tidal communication risky and difficult. Please be cautious despite the range and penetration of this unit is capable of. The electromagnetic conductors have liquefied the electrical energy into a corrupting material, a form of theoretical matter that should be used as the primary engagement tool. As a seducer-saboteur model, this unit's functions are inherently insidious. Rather than armor, the plastics are infinitely malleable and regenerate. It is safer to take damage head-on as an opportunity to inflict rather than avoid, but the unit can be contained, restrained, and impeded physically and tidally. Sounds hot. Let's go check our comms. Mercury. Alright. Mercury, listen, it's an emergency. I'm sorry, everything, but it's important. You have to tell Commander. that I'm getting so laid. I'm logging off. Bye. I was fooled for even a second this would be useful. Really? Not even a second? You have only missed day 1. We're only on day 1. We're only on day 2 now. So we flirted with Luna Terra and gave a little bit back. Right, that's what I say. She's such a fucking gremlin. I love her. I'm going full gremlin mode. Just because it just feels so much like her. She feels very much like a constantly wanting to fight back in the relationship, but not in a way that wants to like break up the relationship, just in a way to like constantly get things moving. Yeah, I love Sam Mercury. Saturn and Mercury is such a good couple to like a good pair. Yeah. So it feels right to only go for that brat mode. I no longer accept hope as a concept. You freed me for it. From it. Oh, stop, I'm blushing. What do you want from me, Saturn? Do you know any discreet places to make out on Aries? Goodbye, Saturn. Also, there's a test output to date, Saturn. Goodbye. Are you gonna read me the data analysis? If it is indeed data analysis this time and not just nudes. That's rude. I always ask before I send them to you. I don't mind acting as an official art director of Saturn's nudes since you need it so badly, and it's substantially less tedious than data analysis. But if you were as punctual about sending data as cockpit selfies, I'd have a lot more data to report. Always ask before sending nudes. Remember that, folks. If you are going to send someone nudes, you get their consent first. Unsolicited nudes are not good, are not welcome. Yeah, there's so much love in their shit talk. Retroactively remember that, yeah. Why are you so incredulous all the time? You stole the prototype, might I remind you? You can't just continue the field testing as if nothing happened. Why not? Because why would you do anything you didn't want to do? Wink. What are you planning? Wink, 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 wink. Fine. They've been dying for it anyway. Cool, how'd I do? This is not bad. It's pretty useful. He typed through tears. Don't rub it in. I can't believe your self-ship expanded so much already. What have you been doing with it? I think I've been hinting very clearly now. I instantly regret this question. You're supposed to test the prototype in combat. Same difference. What have you been doing with this ship that is a physical extension of yourself? I don't know, just fucking. I've been getting all the girls, you know, like you do. I love the use of the self ship. Fucking around finding out. Yeah, the literal definition of fucking around finding out. But the concept of the self ship of, you know, this is a thing that you become part of. It's very cool. I love. I'm so glad I'm finally getting around to it. Like, I've had this in my itch library for like 5 years, and I'm like, I will play it when I'm ready. I will play it when I'm ready. I'll play it when I'm ready. It's like, nope. I'm playing it now. We're doing a test run for digital diversity. We're getting back into it. Hey, welcome. I haven't yet. I need to. I might actually still put this up on the digital diversity channel just because I can. Just because it's a lot of fun. But yeah, today's really more of a soft launch than anything else. Plan is to get back into all these queer games. I really do want to get We Know the Devil going. And at some point, I want to talk to the devs of both games. But yeah, lots of feels already. I can't believe we invented a ship designed to get into trouble and didn't think, Oh, Saturn is obvious for this. Obvious choice for this. We both know why. You're an even more obvious choice than me. Fuck yeah, just for throwing us both out like trash. Come on, aren't you a little happy to see a little havoc in this perfect garden? I'll be looking forward to you collecting your data. Attaboy. Alright, let's see how we go. Alright, we did Joyride Killjoy, and we are now gonna go Saturn Return. In the strange gravity of the abandoned Daphnis lab, Saturn lies in wait for the looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. But what are they after, and will they get into it? Launch. Pluto, our beloved. What do you mean I can feel her presence? Please try not to sound that cool. I can feel her presence. Everyone can feel her presence. I can feel it right now. How could you possibly ignore something like that? Shut up. I mean, I can feel it physically. Oh. Wait, like, how? Like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Like, it's spinning upside down and can't stop. Are you sure you haven't somehow concussed yourself or given yourself gravity sickness from all the damage you've managed to inflict on yourself in the past 12 hours? Hey! Welcome, welcome. Yes, and it's on top of all that, and also shut up. String of Pearls is feeding me sensory information on the direct line. I'm a human being with 5 senses, and she's trying to cram a dozen more into me. Loving these notes. I'm loving the writing. It's absolutely gorgeous writing. By direct line, you are in fact talking about the extremely creepy physical interface connection between you and the String of Pearls, correct? It really, really is, right? It's truly incredible how we agree about everything and still feel the opposite about it. Today we are embracing full gremlin mode. I felt for my first run of this game, Saturn would be the perfect way to go because, you know what? Sometimes we don't get enough chances to go full queer gremlin mode, and we just have to embrace that. You know, we are restricted by society to present as one way or act as one way, and sometimes we just need to go fucking full gremlin and go for it. You want to be seduced by Saturn? Yeah, I can see why her one is like the first one it shows up. Like the characters that I saw are like Saturn is the very is total brat switch level. Then you've got Luna Terra, who's like dommy, uncaring mommy type, just wants to step on you, ooh woo. And then you've got the other one, Pluto, who just like feels more, from her description, feels more bottomy. But yeah, I'm excited. Pluto's the toppiest top. Okay, I've yet to meet them. I'm just going off what their descriptions are. Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe. I'm me and names, not fantastic. Is this why you kept hesitating before giving me intel? Yes, because you're going to do the opposite of what you should do with it, and I also can't tell you because you might die, so running support for you is an incredibly anxiety-inducing affair. Must be hard. Thank you for acknowledging it. So you're going to tell me what's after me? You've already figured out, haven't you? But yes, it's that Cradle's Grace's masterwork. Celestial mechanics traded the knowledge for how to finish String of Pearls in exchange for what they needed to finish Krun Macula. It could be pretty funny if they got us this way in the end. It's headed directly to the lab. We've already evacuated on the capital ship, but you're its highest priority. Should I play bait? If anything, it's more important for you to get back to the native sphere first. Oh, right. Yeah, okay, that's the one thing about it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I got the word. The Lunate's one good. Oh, right. Yeah, Lunate's the like prima donna bottom, loves herself. Oh, bad at loving herself. Yeah, just like words. You can tell it's been far too long since I was last doing all the this sort of stuff, because my brain is just like, okay, how do I reconnect to gender and sexuality stuff? It has been far too long. I appreciate having an audience who knows the characters, who can help me reconnect with it all. So I appreciate y'all being here. This is making my first stream back doing these very, very positive, and I appreciate you all. So thank you. Have I heard of it? I have streamed it. I fucking love it. I love everything that the creator made. Gendirect, I think I cried through Gendirect. It's good. It's good time. It's good time. Actually, I think let me just check, because I might have actually done, because that would have been a bunch of years back now. Let me see. Did I? What? Did I end up interviewing the Gendirect person? I don't think I ended up actually interviewing about Gendirect. That just makes me feel bad. I know I streamed it. Yeah. Well, there are a lot of queer feels going to be coming up this year. As I said, I've got... Oh yeah, I've streamed it. I've streamed both of them. I had Heather and I had Josie on doing commentary while I was playing. I actually did an interview with both of them. Let me just get that because it's honestly one of my favorite interviews that I did. Let me just find it. I know I included extreme Gendirect as like a different thing, but let me just find... Yeah, there we go. What? There's an interview I did with the folks who did Extreme Meat Punks Forever. I fucking love it. And yes, my name was one of the names that was yelled into the Grand Canyon as a Kickstarter backer reward for the sequel. So yes, I very much like it. But yeah, this coming year, as I'm getting back into doing these streams, and they will be happening at this time every week or every 2 weeks. I got to figure that one out. So far we have about 22 games by queer devs on the list. I have to go through them all. I have to vet all the developers and everything to make sure they're okay, because last year I ended up in a bit of a harassment campaign because of one of the people who will remain nameless. It was a mess and stopped me wanting to do this for most of a year, because it was freaking rough. But I'm not letting that hold me back, and we are going to get this. I want to share these fucking voices. I want to share these games. I want to share these stories. I want to bring back digital diversity, and I want to bring back the love for all these queer games. Alright. We believe if you hide in the abandoned diaphanous lab, you can use the thing. That sounds sensible. But bait sounds like a lot more fun, you know? Yeah. So am I. In the end, it's just one asshole who just wouldn't give up. Come on, Impetus must think the pilot's a real idiot if she's gonna waste her time in a wild goose chase like that. He wouldn't just sacrifice you like that. He would. There must be backups for making contact. Just because I'm the easiest option doesn't mean I'm the only one. He's tested to see if I'm worth investing in, or if I'm just gonna get myself killed. Why run? Why not have it out with her? I bet she's thinking the same thing too. Be careful, Satin. If you can tell what you're thinking, they can tell what you're thinking. Please, if I really could do something like that, they wouldn't have kicked me out of the pilots. Then how do you know the pilot's a she? Because boys can't pilot. Ah, Definus, the tiny shepherd moon, so small it barely earns the name, tumbles through the Keller Gap, ruffling the rings of the planet it orbits. It houses the last official laboratory of Earth's decommissioned space program, training ground of failures like Saturn and special girls like Pluto. Should be Kepler Gap. The Keeler Gap, not the Keller Gap. Alternate timeline. They can retcon the names. It's fine. Saturn remembers it feeling cramped, anxious, and scary. No, wait. Pluto remembers it that way. Saturn remembers when it used to feel so special to be chosen a candidate for the last generation of pilots. Everyone loves. Yeah, I love it. Like, you gotta sometimes have a few typos left in there for indies. I swear, like, I still see when people like stream my game, because I made a game a couple of years back, and I went through so many, like, every time someone streamed it, I would see typos and shit like that I need to fix, and I'd go fix them. And then, like, got to the newest version, and I see something, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm leaving it in. I'm leaving it in. There's a limited amount of space I have for, like, fixing one line in a fucking game. Paris Killer is the wrongest, even if it's managed patches. That's how you know it's a proper indie game. But Pluto didn't feel that way too. Sometimes two things are true. In this place, gravity is quietly degenerating, and distances are becoming ambiguous between past and present, between me and you. Definus seems smaller to Saturn now, though not as tiny as it feels to Pluto. And that's obvious. No longer people-sized, she tears through it like worms in an apple. But there's a much bigger worm here, and she doesn't know anymore if this was a good idea. What was a good idea? Saturn doesn't have any ideas. She's just trying to hide. Even there's no place you could be felt, where you cannot be felt like me. The dark blue font on a black background, that is a little tricky to read. Alert, tidal resonance. IFF confirms enemy. Warning, gravitational hazard. Danger, existential, exceeding safe range. I know, it's extremely exciting. Stop making me nervous. Supermassive, small enough to hide in this complex, but with a dual reactor denser than the entire moon compressed into the head of a pin. An hour ago, Saturn felt the gravitational pull of something so big and so close and so powerful. The interior of her cockpit creaked with pressure, and her head, heart, and eyes welled with tears. Something that couldn't be anyone other than Pluto. Cool, she must be pretty big, huh? So why is she so hard to find? Saturn has no idea. Why do I have the feeling someone's laughing at me? You two are wonderful. I like you two. You two, I want you to stay. I want you to turn up when I'm doing these every week. You need to share this energy with me as we explore more queer games. No one is laughing at Saturn. The lab's been abandoned for years. But Pluto, wherever she is, giggles. Actually, you know who I'm excited to interview next year? The creators of Goodbye Volcano High. I have that being lined up. I played that game a few weeks ago because I needed some emotional catharsis, and that game fucking wrecked me. It's so fucking beautiful. So I might end up streaming a fresh playthrough of that. But I'm definitely going to be interviewing the creators in the new year, because damn, that game is gorgeous and hits hard, and I will be very happy to share that with folks because it's going to be good. But Pluto, wherever she is, giggles. Not in a mean way. She really does think it's cute. I haven't thought about Pluto in a long time. Oh man, it would be really funny if she was in that monster. Well, now someone is laughing at Saturn. Hey, now I know someone's here. I can feel you listening. But I can hear you too. And I can catch you. You're not the only one who can fuck with the narrative. I love you, Saturn. Oh. Narrow escape, outcome favors celestial mechanics, mutually assured destruction, outcome favor for... Oh. Why are we making choices? No, I said I'd go like celestial mechanics front this time, but it's really tempting. Least variance in the outcome. Oh, okay. I mean, let's just stick with celestial mechanics. Like, let's go for. I just like their thing so far, and yeah, I'm good with this. I love the opening futures, closing pasts thing. It's easiest to not get caught if you don't care about catching anything. True. Unfortunately, I can't go backwards. It's okay. It's just about knowing there isn't a difference. Yeah, but sometimes like it feels like the fun thing to do. Like owning Terra Luna felt entirely the Saturn thing to do. And focusing deeper and focusing deeper. The real celestial mechanics, the interactions of bodies and space via the forces of gravity. The weight of mass and culture, explained by the stories behind them. It's just science. Does love getting owned? Yeah. With your own gravity, you reach out and pull. Good girl. You know just what to do. Do you like what you caught? The Krun Hakula towers over Saturn. Pluto's ship is so big it barely fits in the lab complex, but it's only a speck compared to how big it feels. Massive enough to warp local space-time, humming and vibrating with nebula dust, and absolutely, effortlessly gentle. So big. Without Pluto's most delicate touch, the Krun Makula would have destroyed Saturn and the whole complex without even trying. Hey Dedo, how you doing? How much do you trust it? I knew you'd be right behind me or something. If you did, how come you're not facing this way? I'm an idiot, I guess. You've come a long way just to be an idiot? You must know exactly what this ship can do, right? Did you come to fight me on purpose? That's really brave and really cute. If you can touch me, I can touch you. So I'm not getting close. You came all this way, not even to fight? Aw, that's not cute at all, but it's smart. I'm doing okay. I'm enjoying getting back into these. Hey, don't underestimate me. I'm scary. You think? Maybe I believe you. Cute things can also be scary. But I'm curious now. I was worried you were gonna waste your chance, smug in your new machine, but you're pretty clever. You wanna talk without fighting? If you're good. Otherwise I'll bite. So, what do you want to talk about? As Kratos Grace's glittery plastic psychic death machine, you definitely have more important things to do than go out of your way to bully me for no reason, right? Oh, that's right. That man and the fleet are escaping, aren't they? Hope you don't mind falling for this trap. Trap? You? Silly. I know you're more important than that. more than catching the rest of Celestial Mechanics' fleet? Oh, I knew this would be fun, and you knew it too. I'm absolutely delighted that you doing that, just to be clear, so you don't have to read my mind to roast me about it. I can't read minds. You know that's not how this works. But I also don't need to know that. But I did want to know how the biggest overachievement of our juniors turned to be into such a bad girl. If you really remembered me, you'd remember I wasn't ever good. I do remember you. Even if you're not that good at being bad. Do you know what you're doing with that machine that's so dangerous we don't even want to find out what it does? I think you answered your own question about why I'm keeping it. I'm having feels. I'm having feels about Pluto right now. I'm going to have some of this very, very cold drink and have some feels. How's everyone else doing today? Is it getting warm in here, or is it just me? Yeah, I'm. Don't tell anyone, but I have a bit of a type. And, Pluto may be that type. Just a little. Just a little bit. Yeah, spinning up backwards is a normal reaction. Pluto. Are you gonna stop me then? But you don't want to. Hey, stop. Don't pry into me. If you're pitying me, you'll make you regret it. Not all of us come out perfect like you. Some of us get thrown out before they can see any use at all. I won't pity you. I really would have torn this machine apart. But now that I'm here, gifted little mutant to gifted little mutant, I can't bear to. Because some of us just haven't been thrown out yet. Yeah, gifted little mutant to gifted little mutant is just like fucking right into my heart. Lab-grown girls like us should stick together. Yeah, we're both queer and neurodivergent, right? I might still make you regret it. Winning isn't my most important task. Hey, welcome. It's not yours either. Are you sure about that? You're not who I'm worried about. It's only your boss I can't forgive. Oh, I love hearing that. Tell me more. I'm getting a crush already. Fuck you, little freaking gremlin, Saturn. You little gremlin. I love you. Generally, I don't channel like Saturn's energy, but Saturn X Pluto energy, I'm just like totally here for. Regretting it now? Don't worry. There's nothing you can make me regret. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing that because of me after Pluto saying boss size. Yeah. Ever since the day Mars began, Mars has been doomed. No, there will never be a planet Mars, that name reserved for places where human life, gravity, and culture reign. This is just bitter Aries, but like the stringy, inedible weeds that grow where nothing else does, Cradle's grace is dug in, and we can't get them out. The colonies are wrecked, the terraforming engines are broken, the gravity furnaces are out of control, there's no resources left on this planet, no strategic value, this planet doesn't even exist. It is an inert rock. There's no point in fighting, there's no need to fight. Ship selves can't keep you alive alone forever, and even if that was the case, we could leave tomorrow and claim victory. Most of the Memorial Foundation and SES fleet already did. That's why there's barely any of us left, and why we can't get them out. What? Why don't you go home too? and leave all those idiots to fucking die on a rock. Who do you think we're doing this for? External communications sent on August 31, 1978 by Memorial Foundation troops. Oh, thank you. Ah. The writing in this is just like getting to my heart. It is giving me life. It is giving me the energy that I need, and I want to thank you folks for being here. This is Hey, it's not like we're idiots. We know we're doomed. This planet still doesn't fulfill the requirements for human life, and life is just the start anyway. Don't you know that gravity is something more important? You do understand celestial mechanics, right? Matter is made of tiny particles, but enough of it exerts gravity that stitches the universe together. Culture is made of tiny humans, and enough of it together can decide what's real and what isn't. It is really quite fucked up that this is how decisions about humans get made. Enough humans can decide anything, and then it'll be true, even about what's human and what's not. They don't even have to wait for the deadline. They've already decided that any human without their feet planted on the earth is in fact not a human. That's a pretty usual thing for humans to do. No difference of any kind need to exist. We'll all be aliens, and then they'll send the real military after us and we'll all die. But if we just hold the line here, for our princess to get through and make it to the moon, she'll open up the gravity well, and then we get to decide. Internal communications sent January 25th, 1981 by Kratos Gross Regulars. Oh, like the layers of queer and marginalized metaphor going in this, like it is not subtle. I am loving how blatantly in your face this is, and it makes me so happy. Like, I'm a writer. I like subtext now and then. Good subtext can be good. But you know what I want? What I really, really want? I want dumb text. I want text that grabs you by the back of the hair and tells you what you really need to know. That's what I need, and that's what I love, and that is why I love queer indie devs, because queer indie devs are not fucking afraid of dumb text. Oh. Oof. They will spit the truth in your mouth and tell you you're a good girl for it. I just, It's morning on Ares, but what's time and space? If we can get our capital ship launched and refueled and the prototype retrofitted with the final equipment, we'll have everything in place. Keep out of the canyons of Mars where Kratos graces a Memorial Foundation of bickering. Hold the city ruins against invading troops and make sure no one tries to set the oxygen ocean on fire while we refueled. It's a pretty thankless job. But me, I can't wait to see what happens. This is the most exciting space has ever been. Before we got here, this was a dead rock. But the best we could have ever hoped for was Earth in a different place. Who needs that? I appreciate that. Far in the distance, the moon's gravity well shines. If no one controls it before the deadline is up, Earth will take drastic steps to ensure humanity is not divided. what they're afraid of happening, we will ensure it happens. We'll finally have something alien in space. Private communication sent on January 26, 1981 by Celestial Brigades. I don't know, like, I know I'm not on Earth's side. In all of this, Earth is the one that I fucking hate. But we've got the other two factions. I am both seeing their positions, and I'm like, both of these work for me. Like, both of these are punk as fuck. Day 3. Oh no, my route, it got corrupted. Error, mission parameters not detected. Mission results, need for gravitational slingshot permissions. Error, navigation shortlist not found. Manual inject mission results, .text. I love this. I mean, this is based in the 80s. The fact that it's all being done with, like, text files just makes me laugh so hard. Like, I'm just imagining this being done, and they're sitting there with fucking MS-DOS on their machines. Yeah, like, mission parameters found. All results perfect and amazing. Wow, thank you, Saturn. Flight path generating. Deleting Windows and installing Linux while actively using her actively being her ship. New standing orders coming in. Guard Celestial Mechanics Fleet refueling on Ares Oxygen Ocean. Stay out of trouble and do not engage Memorial Foundation troops patrolling immediate vicinity. Accept orders? No. Error, cannot proceed. Manual inject. Accepted. Normalizing gravitational slingshot effect. Prepare for immediate launch to Ares. Oh, I love how this is like dipping with the weight of your choices. Like your choices being the lead weight on the reality around you. I love it. All right, what do we got? I love it. It's good. Junk data. Oh my god, so sorry for getting back to you so late, but I was in the middle of a meeting. My phone buzzed so much the director asked if I needed to take a call. I swear you do this on purpose. I don't even think you need feedback on your nudes that quickly, even though, yes, you're really important to me, and I can't stop thinking about them or getting any of my work done. My presentation suffered greatly from my lack of focus. I suspect you're prepared for a little payback, and after I sent you my schedule so this wouldn't happen again, even. Hey, you wouldn't have asked me for my meeting times so that you could send me those at the worst possible moment, would you? I already know the answer to that, so why don't you tell me this? Why can't I never get enough of you? I love it. This is like, by the way, son, this is when I'm giving my massive presentation to the executive board, so like, keep a lowdown during that time. Saturn sitting waiting there with a finger on the send button. Like 50 nudes queued up. It's like waiting, send. Because nothing but praise and more friends. Yeah, love it. All right, awesome. Mercury, be careful today. I'm never careful any day, so I'm serious this time. Yeah, Mercury is awesome. I love Mercury. Ipperton is in the field today. I don't know where he's fighting, but you should be careful. Jeez, you worry too much. Obviously, because you give me so much to worry about. I mean, you are really worried. His ship self is not actually that scary. Not as scary as mine. As if that was the thing I was worried about. What then? Oh god, I'm not even thinking about letting our mutual ex touch me. I won't even fight him. I'll curve him the second his tides as much as tremble against my plating. Why would you worry? I don't even slightly hate him less than you do. There's no possible way you hate him more than I do. That's not the issue. I love they've all been involved. Like, everyone in this, like... Everyone in the Celestial Mechanics has at some point been with everyone else. But that's never the issue with him. Hating him hasn't made him any easier to deal with. We were kids, though. Who were older and wiser now? Lamau. At least you're Mercury. Hardly. Or I wouldn't be telling you. You remember how he'd just casually linger his fingers a second too long on your shoulder? In front of everyone? Oh, it was so gross. It was so gross. And I loved the attention every time. It made me so smug. Fuck, we're getting into some toxic relationship shit right here. I loved it. It was gross. I hate him. Do you love yourself enough not to fall for it again? I definitely hate him enough not to fall for it. Yeah, there's... I mean, that's just levels of toxicity, right? Do you? No, obviously. I'm still in Celestial Mechanics, so how do you think I feel? You're soaring. You've got a stupid idiot who loves you, and you get to do research and never have to deal with him again. And with his ship self will have the future. No matter what, I'll make sure he won't. Alright, let's see what we got. Whoa. What do we want to take? Spicy option? Would you like a good spicy option? Okay. Memorial Foundation displays a certain sniper to stop escape and resupply routes to the resting Celestial fleet. All that needs to do is stay out of trouble, but what's the chance of that? Let's get spicy. No, go ahead. Take your time. We're not dying yet or anything. You know, fighting officially in areas is a lot less fun than I was promised it would be. It's real work, Saturn. That's what all of this getting back on our good side was all about. They shouldn't have done such a good job of hiding in the Oxygen Ocean then. Maybe you should stage an attack on the Olympus ruins. But not even Kratos' grace is precious enough to defend them. Memorial Foundation is thorough, even enough to watch over it. Of course, they would only be that annoying. There's recent activity there. They want an investigation. They're just being paranoid. That's a stupid plan, and they only sending someone there to waste their time catching when we're chancing we're dumb or baiting us. Would they really send their ace if that was the case? Wait, that old Memorial Foundation warhorse you mean? Why didn't you tell me the most important part first? Coordinates now, please. Saturn, I really hope you are not actually... Yeah, I'm feeling like, you know, Commander's right, actually. That area needs some really thorough investigation, just to be sure. Yeah, I'm bored. Yeah, it's beautiful female stallion. What's with this southern enthusiasm? It's really not... No, wait. It's exactly like you. When you said you fought off the mechanism pilot, what were you actually doing? I don't know what you're talking about, Mercury. I was so dutiful and brought this back in one piece, so that means I won. So don't worry about it. Why you like this? Oh. I mean, point blank encounter sounds like the spicy option. Oof. It's very tempting. Point blank encounter sounds fun. I'm gonna have to start flipping coins soon. These are tricky choices. You know what? Let's start let's start flipping coins for choices. So let's see. I've got my future road either way. All right, we're gonna start flipping coins on choices because I'm horribly indecisive. So I've got my games done quick save or kill coin here. Let's say red is celestial, blue is whoever else I'm going for, whoever else the choice is. Chaos mode. It seems about right, you know. Sometimes I win for sus. The balance shifts because Saturn moved and Lunar Terror couldn't. But no scope's the hottest outcome in the game. Oh. Got you. She does. Saturn is as good as already down, but so is Lunar Terror. Got you too. Pure spite got Saturn this far and will get her even farther. She takes aim and fires. Lunar Terror, perfectly still for the perfect shot, is perfectly unable to get out of the way in time. Saturn's string of pearls is laid out flat on her back, creaking and twitching, and Lunar Terror's mare Chrysium falls from her sniper's spot like a burning star. Lunar Terror wakes up first, but her flight unit is shot. It's hard to hide a ship that can't fly in a city, but the mare Chrysium is full of unfair tricks. Shooting her down is just the beginning. You have to catch her next. That's alright with Saturn. She's on her best when everyone is in the dirt. When she wakes up, she's ready. She might be in worse shape than Lunar Terror, but worse shape is her best. String of pearls skirts along the half-constricted city with the shape of ruins and the pristine finish of plastic toys still in their boxes, looking for the hole Lunar Terror's nestled in and dodging her shots of protest. Reboot took longer than I thought, but ready or not, here I come. Hey, come out, come out, come out. You almost got me the last time you poked your head out to shoot. Try again. Aw, come on. You're not babbling to I'm not babbling to trick you or anything. I'm just having a great time here. I'd love it if you stopped making me feel like I'm talking to myself. I can hear you just fine, Saturn. What, this isn't exciting enough? I guess that's why you're the ace pilot, LT. I need to have you on the ropes to taunt you and dodge at the same time. An ear-splitting crash, impossible to tell which direction the shot came from. The cover around Saturn explodes. I'm an ace because I keep my priorities straight. There's nothing straight around here, LT. Sure as hell not us. Yeah, straight us. Don't know what you're talking about. It's not what I've heard. What have you heard? That keeping your priorities straight is the thing that you're worst at. That's pretty much your most obvious weak point. Maybe they don't know what my priorities are. Is getting shot down by an idiot with no combat expertise high on your priority list? The building next to Saturn explodes. Is missing all the time high on your priority list? God, you're such a fucking brat. Really are a brat. Such a fucking brat. Is getting harassed constantly by flirtatious brats high on your priority list? I needed this. I needed this today. This is so good. Yeah, getting. I'm generally not big on brats, but Saturn does it well, okay? It's definitely up there. Like, if the brat is at the level of Saturn and she knows what she's doing, I'm willing to compromise. You're really on your toes today. I can't hit you with anything. Yeah, I'm having fun too. What a mess. I don't know why I'm laughing about it or having so much fun. I'm glad you think so. It's a funny kind of date, if you put it that way. If this fighting is just play fighting, then keep playing with me. You should be careful though. You never know what I might try next. I've got so many plans for dragging you out in the sun. Like what? Are they working on me? Of course. Stop underestimating me. I'm executing several plans as we speak. You're not at all ready, LT. I'm not giving you any way out. You're not going to at least give me a hint? I'm at a disadvantage here. Yeah, LT's subby as fuck. She's such the teacher's pet. Like, it's coming out. It's coming out. You can't trick me into giving it all away, but maybe you're right. Maybe I should be generous and let you know just a hint about one plan. You're generous. You should know this, but winning isn't my highest priority. It won't mean that I'm easy though. Hey, we do think alike. At least on the first half of that. If you love winning, the stalemate of this whole conflict should bore you to tears. All that's left in space are second choice pilots who suck at things like winning, no matter how good they are. I'm the second choice, but I'm the pilot that's here right now, and no one else would have thought of the plan if I did. Yeah, it's just so real for that. Oh, I'm second choice too, or I wouldn't be here. It's that great a plan? Really, you? Oh, it's not a good plan. It's just that no one else would do it, because it'd have to be a freak to try and catch you on foot. A first choice would never be sent to space in the first place. That does sound like a crazy plan to me. What would you even do if you found me, assuming I'm standing still? I know it sounds like I'm showing off, but I couldn't beat you in a fair fight, so anything else is in my favor, right? This awful idea, but I'm not fucking with. Yeah. Hey, sometimes you just gotta look at what's in front of you and go, you know what? This is a horrible fucking plan. But if anyone's gonna try and do it, I'm gonna be the one to try and do it. Maybe it's the only way around that ghost ship of yours and how much of a genius you are. I can track any ship I've hit once. I also have ways of being hidden so you could never find me. You're right, but you haven't used them. Maybe not. Also, did you know that your Mare Crisium has a manual bypass for opening the cockpit? Yes. Oh good, but I'll knock anyway. A manual hiss of pressure and the cockpit opens. Hi. You look a little different, not nearly so smug. And you look a lot different. I remember you now. You were such a good girl. I never would have thought that was you. You're smiling, LT. Did something good just happen? Yeah. That's the thing, like, Saturn has the kind of pure gremlin energy that even if she is a foot smaller than the other person, she's going to stand like she's the tallest one in the room. Like, she is going to take, like, she has big person energy in a very small package, and I love that. That is pure, like, gremlin brat mode energy, and I love it. Why would I need to be? I win. I'd say I'm pretty dangerous just like this. You think of everything. Never mind, you do look infuriatingly smug for someone I just beat. Step away from the controls. Sure, I'm not laughing at you. I'm impressed, you know. Even still, even in a fake fight you have no respect for. No one takes me this seriously. I'm the Memorial Foundation ace, but just by default, after the good ones left. So I don't mind losing to you, since you think I'm so cool. I empathize very strongly with LT. I have, yeah, I'm having a lot of feelings here. LT kneels by the controls, hands up. They're still in reach. Saturn climbs the open hatch. No sudden movements. And I don't think you're cool. What do you want now? My ship? Me? They're both useless. I'll decide that. I don't need your ship out of commission. I'm going to be much cooler than you very soon, and then I'll beat you sort of fair and square. But maybe I should reprogram this ship to be absolutely sure. LT whips her around so fast, Saturn's pinned down in the cockpit seat before she can tell how it happened. Sorry, but touching there isn't allowed. Yeah. So, then where is touching allowed? Straight for the head. It's pretty much... yeah. You are absolutely much more dangerous without a gun. LT's hand on Saturn's collar and her other on Saturn's wrist. Saturn slips her free hand down LT's arm. So how about here? That's fine. What about here? I won't stop you. You don't mind if I touch your face, but you won't let me touch your ship? Some places on the ship are fine. Some places on me are fine. Which do you want to know right now? Is this... Damn it. So how's unbuttoning my shirt going? It's much harder than it looks that angle with just one hand, huh? Just make out with me, heinous bitch. 10 fucking points for being able to put together a scene like this with the minimum level of visual content that makes it work better than like most intimacy scenes on movies or shows. Like the perfect writing and the perfect art to make the scene work. And just gotta say, queer folks know how to make this work. I've never seen cishet writers do this well. LT had this idea, but instead she forgets it. She finds she's let go and let her grip go slack, and Saturn's nearly leapt out of the chair to kiss her. Yeah, they're both so perfectly on point. That thought is a little surprising, but her body made the right call in the moments in between when she was too busy overthinking it. Saturn seems a little mad about the smug face LT is making and bites LT's lip as they kiss. It doesn't encourage LT to stop being like that. This is absolutely insane. You kidding? What could possibly be a better use of your time? Don't tell me duty is where you're fighting out here. Or would you have stopped me before I opened the hatch? You're not just here for fun. You're not doing this just because there's no point and you're killing time before the war collapses one way or another. Obviously, I can be sure and still make out with you. Would it disappoint you if I wasn't? Don't make that face, I can tell it would. It's good though, I feel the same way. I wouldn't have let you flirt if that's just all you were. How can you be sure? Looks like I know something you don't. Even if it's just one thing. I'm always the last to know. You always make it seem like you know what you're doing. I'm just acting on instinct. My body knows what to do. Then you should be asking her. She'll know just what to do. Fine. I'm fine. God, this is good. Subject: Annual Academy Student Rating. Origin: Colony Server Force Extraction. Author: Memorial Foundation Space Academy Archives. I won't rate them, they're still learning. Given this, Halmead is underperforming based on the expectations that you set out for her. I told you the projections were completely divorced from reality repeatedly for this very reason. The authority she may have wielded on Earth means nothing up here. I should add, because I know you will forget as early as convenient, that she's performing very highly compared to her peer group in the specified areas you seem to consider so highly. Yes, even compared to your Generation 1 aces, she still has the potential to surpass them, so stop asking if she has surpassed the top one yet. I'd prefer to keep those two as separate as possible for interpersonal reasons. Halmead is too competitive and easily impressed to not make me worry about placing her in close contact with the number 1 ace. Your attempt to put those two in the same room has not gone unnoticed by me. Do you just love drama, Iptus, or is there something else you believe is more important than the health of our pilots? Yeah, Iptus is an asshole. How dare. Nick's final resignation. In these moments, nothing is more powerful than being patronized, but you couldn't even spare me that. I can't understand why you thought me to be that naive, though I really did know. They thought a world where the children were together and free and could write their own futures sounded wonderful. We didn't even get close for them to understand that that's not what they wanted. I knew from the start. I regret only I didn't get further before they noticed. You are asking for my resignation, but there's nowhere else for me to go, and there's nowhere else for those children to go either. I won't let you have them, and I won't let you crush them back to their earthly shapes. What you're asking instead is for me to declare war, so I will do so, and we'll see if Earth's tides are truly powerful enough to crush the new humanity you rejected. Yeah, I love Nyx is fantastic. All right, comes Mercury. The captain told me to thank you for the data stream. Oh, you're very welcome. Do you have new results for me? Yes, I'll encrypt them. Thank you, you're the best. I'm guessing there's no point in what you want them for? How afraid should I be? Yeah, you want to force these kids to stop being queer? How about I declare it forever war on you? I mean, that's a big fucking mood, especially in today's society. Like, you try and stop kids being queer. There's gonna be a comeuppance coming up you. I'm trying to fulfill our mission, Mercury. You know that. I'm gonna tell them you're as inscrutable and petulant as ever. Aw, please, I don't want your puppy to hate me. Why do you always call Ganymede the captain anyway? Because some of us have a sense of discretion. Aw, Captain's pet is so well behaved. You'll want to talk, Saturn. You're going to end up at the pound one of these days if you go through any more superior officers. Yeah. Saturn really does have puppy girl energy. I think that's part of why I relate to her. Like, she's not bratty in a cat girl kind of way. She's bratty in a puppy girl kind of way. Like, cheeky as fuck. And I kind of love that. Like, Mercury's more of a cat boy, and Saturn's more of a dog girl. Yeah, I know. I'm just getting different energy feels from it. I think as a puppy, I tend to like see things on different scales. No, it's cute. You both tightly locked that quick. You're making all the lesbians jealous. Then act like it, Saturn. Now I will not apologize for locking it down. I've had my fill of being a pet. Ooh woo. I don't really want to be a pet either. Maybe you're learning to love yourself. What I'd like is to be a toy. That's even worse. No, it's better. Plastic and metal can be molded into any kind of shape. You can smooth over and change whatever you want. You only have to accept the interface you're designed for. A toy never gets to do anything. So fucked up. Affectionate. Yeah. Yeah, you can't play this and not know the author is trans. Like, is this trauma or... Oh god, is this trauma or kink? Yes. It just sits there looking pretty. Mercury, what do you think I want? Don't you love how our ship selves evoke so much? Just being plastic in the silhouette of a human? These beam weapons are my fingertips. This chassis is my tits. But they're also beam weapons and impenetrable chassis. They can shred the plastic all they want, but they can't touch me. Plastic can't get hurt. But you can still be. Don't forget. People fawn over objects. They worship them. I want to be the product they obsess over. I thought you were tired of getting thrown away. I am not for individual retail sale. Oh. God, I fucking love you, Saturn. Look, don't touch. One of a kind, not sold in stores. There is a lot to unpack about Saturn, and I love all of it. Alright, I think we're gonna get some Pluto time. She's so fucking real. I think that's the thing. Like, you get someone that has that kind of, like, chaos gremlin energy, usually is the most honest about the way they see the world. Alright, let's do this one. Saturn, what are you doing? Disabling all comms and diving supports and... Oh, you're still here? I thought I cut this channel too. Well, I should go ahead and shut... Don't you dare cut me off. Yeah, it's very real. You can listen if you promise not to whine or stop me. I will do no such thing and you cannot make a deal with me. I'm simply stating a fact, not making an argument. Just why, Saturn? Why are you such an incorrigible, petulant nightmare? After you were probationally forgiven for doing a very good job not getting stringer pearls ruined or captured, and Command even decided to give you the job of sparking the gravity engine that will take our fleet back to the native sphere. I would think you wouldn't be so interested in pushing your luck recklessly. But everyone except for you is so annoying. They're annoying because whatever is causing the tidal interference from the bottom of the oxygen ocean is almost certainly the Cradle Grace's weapon, and they have no reason to believe you're going to be loyal. Every single second of the day you are horrid and undisciplined, and your brief periods of obedience only seem to exist to throw everyone off later. If Saturn would wear a pack of the greatest set of history forms locked by butter. Yeah. Saturn feels like she'd wear a packer. They're just constantly changing it out too for different kinds. I mean, if you want me to cover for you, you have to play along a little. Why are you like this? Years of encouragement and grooming followed by abandonment and neglect. Do you know that? Whew. You know those lines you read that just punch you in the solar plexus? Like, you don't expect it, and then suddenly you just feel it right there. This is an authentic queer neurodivergent person speaking out against trauma and against a shitty society, and I fucking feel it. And if you get that, you understand. Same as you. And same for the pilot you're after too. Is that why? In a different way, but I think so. Enemy or not, I want to talk, and I think I'm getting somewhere. And I'm not going to talk if you are all interfering. What if she doesn't want to just talk? Then you'll really appreciate me cutting the cables before she pulls all of you down there with me. Why is it so important anyway? You're really going to jeopardize the whole operation for that? What, you don't think I have my own cunning master plan? It's way better than his. Supposedly nothing can stop Krun Makula. Is it better to find out if that's true sooner or later? Fight her or talk? Which is it? How are they any different? Anyway, don't worry when the connection accidentally breaks. I'll be fine, promise. And you will be too. Oh. I mean... yeah, secret moment. This 100% feels like a secret moment. Character insight, hard. The balance shifts because Pluto tugs and Saturn yields. The oxygen ocean is a peaceful place because everything about it destroys everything else. You can enjoy complete privacy under the curtain of the oxygen steam. Drink all the fuel and air you want, and no vessel can survive the temperature and pressure conditions below. You can float as long as you want, or until your hull turns brittle and breaks, or your organic components oxidize and explode. Celestial Mechanics has covered their wayward pilot's machine in temporary armor layers to seal out the unknown interference of gravity and seeping oxygen. The additional temporary armor layers might not be necessary, but they also might be. Oh yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. God, one day I need to do another rewatch of Evangelion. The Celestial Mechanics fleet tenders lower the string of pearls in slowly, just to make absolutely sure. It feels wonderfully cold, like a spare blanket taken from the attic in winter. Yeah. Pluto is there, deep, deep down, when Saturn slips in. She feels the ripples as if they were in opposite ends of the same perfectly still pool. The feeling is wonderful. Saturn's surprised that's true. How do you know that? Wait, who is you? How do I know what? Saturn? Who are you talking to? We're asking for confirmation to lower you. Yeah, I've been ready. Sorry, I got distracted. You must be if you're apologizing. There's someone down there. She's speaking to me. No, she's trying to eat me alive. Oh, Vol content? Or maybe it's really hard to tell the difference. Awesome. Yeah, this soundtrack is fucking rad. It's familiar. I'm so stoked. Take me down. The ocean boils whenever she touches it, even with the external equipment. There's no way to rely on sight, as the pragmatic influence is too erratic for senses and process. She can only feel her way for both of them. I'm gonna get eaten. Fuck yeah! May I please introduce you to a game called A Harmless Bite. All about queerness and hard vor. The cable to your left is extremely important. It's the only way we have of communicating and monitoring your situation. Uh-huh. So you'll need to be extremely careful with it. Mm-hmm. Are you listening? Yes, but not to you. Shh. There's definitely someone here. Lower me. It's reaching out. Saturn feels funny. Something's not quite right. Like something's watching her. It's like someone's watching me. But it's also not like someone's watching me. It's like something's watching her, but something isn't watching her. It's touching me. Something's touching Saturn. Its hands see her, and they also speak. It's saying something. The ocean ripples with boredom. It's really boring down here. But what else is Pluto gonna do? Some girls get stuck with the worst jobs. But I've got to do it. With nothing to do but send insinuations through the narration. So are you coming or what? I've got her again. Oh, this is like getting Knife Sisters vibes out of this. So good. Tidal spike detected. Mass gravity alert. Lower me further. Saturn, we're pulling you out. Oh, not just yet. Hi Saturn. Hi Mercury. Sorry, I'm borrowing her for a little bit. Saturn's cockpit floods with alarm lights of an imminent high-intensity gravity event, but it's too late. String of pearls discharges electromagnetic field and delicately breaks off the winch. Saturn, what are you... Yeah, it's so good. She feels like a sea monster, just like coming up to grab, and I'm just loving it. The string of pearls cleanly slices off the left communication wire, and the pulley system. The silence of the oxygen ocean reminds her of a sensory deprivation tank. What a good girl. Hey, don't praise me like that. I wanted to speak to you again. Damn it, I cut both wires. Even ship-to-ship comms are down. Okay, I kind of want to play as LT meeting up with Pluto. I have a sneaking suspicion that would probably put me into subspace. I'm gonna be okay. Saturn, can you hear me? Would you hear me if I spoke with this ship? It's been such a long time since anyone could hear it. Pluto's tidal reactor pulses slowly. The thrum feels like it's coming from everywhere. Oh, I get it. You want to talk with gravity. Well, I'm not some miracle child, even though they tried very hard to make me as good as you. Saturn's reactor, an anxious little ball, is getting just so fed up with this. It's frustrating to not be understood. What would you know what that... How would you know what that's like? You don't know how much I know. Oh yeah, this is like... I'm getting giantess feels out of this right now. But I believe in you. If Saturn moves too much, she might forget what direction is up is. The sensory deprivation of the ocean takes everything away. But she has to remember that's not true. I don't believe you, but I'm trying. Oh, she's trying. Of course I'm trying. Come on, Where am I? I hate people playing hard to get. I believe in you, but you gotta work for it. I can't do it. Sorry, but I'm cheating. String of pearls, electrotoxin shoots through the ocean like a bolt of lightning. It reaches out because it's attracted to you. It seeks the path of least resistance, looking for something that wants to respond. What it really does is run along the boundaries, theoretical and real. There's a place where the boundary between one thing and another is weakest, and it runs along the boundary until it finds it, and it connects the two. Why is she doing that? Oh, it's what you're used to. Good at seeing weak spots. Yeah, I'm having feels. I've got a lot. Can you find them? You can do it if you try. Maybe you need a little push. It's like there's nothing, not a single crack. Don't say you're not perfect. Don't make me do all the work. Huh? The pressure is overwhelming. But it's overwhelming for Pluto too. The Macula is like a little star, gushing matter and condensing into an engine of light over and over. It was modeled after a theory of the Big Bang after all, made in secret on the planet Hades, on the boundary between what is human and what is not. It's a fragile boundary. You can touch it, but be careful. Yeah. I'm like feeling this whole connection deep in my gut right now. This takes me back. Which is not fucking fair. Are you doing that on purpose? Always taking me to unpleasant pasts? Is it taking you back? Sorry. But we can't help it. It's the first thing beneath our surfaces. It's hard for me too. It takes Saturn back to her first implant series when they took the most special children they could find and tried to cheat them into being even more special. Bypass all the work and care that had gone to third generation pilots and kick them directly into humanity's next stage. Yeah. This is really hard. Cheating, you know, felt good. It felt wrong in a good way. It felt good in a way that felt obscene. It felt bad, like she was getting more than she deserved. They chose her, but she felt like she played a trick on them, like she lied and got candy for it. They knew there was nothing special about her, and then they gave her the most special thing. If they knew how special it was and how much she didn't earn it, they would have given it to someone else, but they didn't. Even when they threw her away, she never forgot how that felt. Why is it always like this? Oh, baby. It takes Pluto back to when she was learning how to be a person in space. They decided they would start over without assumptions. Humanity would be protected by the most human children they could make. No matter how badly she did, no matter how much she wasn't up to how perfect they wanted, they never gave up on her. That was the worst part. She wished they would give up. It was so hard. She just wanted to be the mess she really was, and they wouldn't let her. She knew with her whole heart what she was supposed to be. She'd had it memorized, and she could never make it leave her body, become the things she did and the person she was. They let her be whatever she wanted, and she wasn't strong and smart and pretty enough to be it. Fuck. Yeah, no, totally. We're this is getting real hard, and we're gonna finish this last day, and I think that we're gonna call it, because this is hitting real hard, and I'm really glad that I got to share it with folks. So we're gonna just finish this up, and then we're gonna finish. But like, bowing out is totally understandable. No, it's There is no shame in admitting when you need to bow out. Both of them remember reaching through the wall to one on the other side, wishing so hard to hold hands it feels like you really are. Your two pebbles dropped in the pond, but your ripples touching are enough. No one knows, and even the two of you almost don't. Never say it out loud, never think it too loud. It sounds so bad when you put it like that. Why don't you show me things that stop making me jealous? Oh, you got me. You're touching me. I can hear you through the contact link. You got me that good and that's what you have to say? You're the one who got me. You did it. You found me. You're clever. It's amazing. You don't need to flatter me. I won't feel better. I'm not. You better. I promise. Why am I so scared and you're so not? It's just me. Sorry I'm like this. Well, you can flatter me a little. You're a little needy, huh? Didn't you just say I had you? You do. You can do whatever you want now. Why did you do this? You came after me, so it's only fair I came after you. Don't say it's only fair. Say I'm amazing and important and you came after me specifically. You're totally not needy, huh? Give me a better answer. I want to know why it's me. I don't have one. There are so few of us left, I've got to cling to everyone. But I love that you're scared and you believe anyway. I think you're one of the only people who can make something change, and there's no time left. Is that a proposal to join your side? Yeah. What if I refuse? And give me a good reason to join you. You're even more impulsive than me. You start to see why I fight, can't you? The way I'm starting to see why you do. Show me something important, and I'll be yours too. But you're definitely not going to go quietly, are you? Nope. If I let you go, will you promise not to crush yourself and me and literally everything? This time, you mean? Yeah. I think I can do that. Yeah, Pluto is great. Show me something important and I'll be yours. This game is infinitely quotable and I love it. I think I can do that. Yeah. Say hi to Mercury for me. I'll see you again soon, baby. September 12, 1963. That's when the first and last artificial colony of native space sphere was completed. In a tranquil bowl of stable gravity at Lagrange Point 5, as the front line against extraterrestrial threats, a training facility for generation of humans adapted to fight in space. A colony environment with life, gravity, and culture necessary for human beings to live, thrive, die, and be born. With the hope that peace on earth would reign if we won this war in heaven. Without pressure, water boils off our tongues and we dissolve into component parts. Without culture, we forget the shapes we're supposed to have and turn inside out into something else. Out of necessity, we created a pressurized environment, exerting enough gravitational pressure to maintain cohesion, all senses in space. A self-ship to ferry us through the world. They function only in places where the gravity of humans is too light to sustain existence. It was doomed from the start. Of course they were jealous of the humans the Earth no longer wanted, flying on zero-G wings. Dr. Nix, Executive Director, MFEE. Oh. July 29, 1958. That's when the Memorial Foundation International Executive Committee was granted international authority in the spirit of unified human peace and the verified existence of an existential threat outside the solar system, to establish a cultural, military, and scientific response to existential threats. No longer confined to Earth, the growing native sphere where our gravity reigns forever. Safety, research, and expansion. The three pillars of Memorial Foundation's space branch will protect Earth from without as it has from within. Free from the old world's gravity, it would be possible to advance science, art, and culture without constraint and join hands, all of Earth finally united for Memorial Foundation, protecting humans from other humans through peace on Earth, and protecting humans from everything else through war in heaven, would fulfill both of our agendas simultaneously. We really, foolishly decided we could do better. There are two errors to this approach. The first is that to do better in heaven is meaningless if it cannot be exported to Earth. The space program was never rejected by the surface. It simply did not have enough relevance to sustain itself. The second error is intrinsic error of Memorial Foundation. The existential threat is intrinsic to humanity. You can fight it, but you cannot cut it out. The designation of alien is required by humans. We cannot trick an existential threat into a convenient manifestation, as it has always been. Only humans can fulfill the criteria to be alien. Fuck. Just that line, you see that line in, you see the relevance of that line in the world we live in the society we live in how we others, how we make others to be alien, so that we have a reason to cut them out, to remove them from our lives. And that is the basis of colonialism. That is the basis of imperialism. That is the basis of bigotry and hate. Fuck. January 2nd, 1980. That's when they blew up the Lagrange colony. It was a real shame. It was green, wet, and very peaceful place. And now it's a very cold, green, wet, and very unsettling place. It's where we did a lot of the legitimately incredible things, like create sustainable tidal reactors, new culture, experiment with human bodies and human development, manufacture self-sufficient alter egos for space exploration, and did everything other than successfully combat the unknowable existential threat. Earth and the Memorial Foundation's surface considers that a failure, but in truth they're just not trying hard enough. Through gravity, humans decide what is real and what is not. Humans cannot make whatever they imagine come true. Through imagining, humans chart out what is true. They invent with human effort what exists. If an existential threat does not exist, we just have to make one. But of course it doesn't work like that. Nothing could be more difficult than creating something alien. Our only reference points are humans, so the idea of something alien is unimaginable, because we cannot imagine outside of these terms. There's a certain degree of misunderstanding needed for humans to successfully classify something as alien. But before they blew it up, we got very close. Fucking Impetus. Yeah, fucking Impetus just like completely negating everyone else. It's like, no, we're not like alienating other people. We're not humans are beyond that. Humans are beyond being able to alienate. But what if we tried? What if we really tried to make humans alien? We were so close to being able to do it. We would... Oh... Yeah, everything you read about just makes you hate him more. And like... I did not want to, like... I'm immediately thinking, because in a very relevant modern sense, if a certain thing didn't exist, it would be up to us to create it. Think about that. Think about how that applies to right now, to what is literally happening in the world right now. No, so this goes way back before Biden. This is decades and decades of we need to create the other. We need to create the thing that is wrong. Oof. Like the writer of this game knows what the fuck they are talking about so well. I think I need to talk to them. I know I've had this game for years, but I think I need to bring them on. I think I need to try and track down AV, and no, I haven't. I'll have a look around later. But yeah, like, what do you think? Should I bring her on for a bit of an interview for the Digital Diversity Project? Break this down, because I think I might need to I think we might need to do this. Alright. Root core reformatting. Awaiting flight path. Impact. Manual inject flight path. Forcibly extracting coordinates. Coordinates received. Flight path passes through former pilot training school, Lagrange Colony, receiving new mission assignments. Error. Block ship from self side. Manual inject. Scan virus. Extract. 3 virus detected and deleted. You have new mission assignments. Colony. Reclaim tidal reactor from colony core before Memorial Foundation. Colony. Prevent theft of entire colony by Kratos Graces. Accept orders. Lamau. Accepted. Normalize. I love the Lamau as accepted as like as a yes. Prepare for immediately launch the Lagrange Colony. Alright. We are gonna save it there. Whew. Okay. Choice paragraph. I love the way the player's body moves in Bloodborne. You can fly any direction without a limit. If you want to be close, you're instantly close. If you want to be away, you're instantly away. What a gift. Of course, everything is violent and wants to touch you, but if you are perfect, you will not be touched. I love that. I love that so much. Anyway. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all so much for this soft relaunch of the Digital Diversity Project. The coming year, we have so many amazing games from LGBTQIA plus writers and devs and all that to share. And I am really looking forward to sharing it with you. I was not expecting today's game to hit so hard. I was expecting... I don't know what I was expecting. I really don't. But I'm glad that I had this space with you and that you got to share this first experience with me. For those who've definitely played it before or those who've never seen it before. Yeah. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have this. Yes. Okay. So the plan going forward for digital diversity is every other Sunday. Well, like this is my Sunday. I am Australian AEST plus 10. I will be doing it every other Sunday from like 11:30. I think the plan is from 11:30. I'll put up a schedule on Twitch. I think I can do that. I got rid of my affiliate status a while back because Twitch didn't give a damn about marginalized developers. But I'll put up a schedule. I do stream at weekdays from about 6 p.m. AEST/AEDT a couple of times a week. I'm getting back into it. I've been doing a lot of BattleTech recently, but I've got a bunch of other things planned. Just whatever I feel like. I'm very much a variety streamer, but I am queer. I like mechs. So if there's a chance for me to play queer mechs games, I will be doing that. But yeah, so digital diversity specifically on this channel. I also have these up on my YouTube channel. I am actually going to put this one up there because I didn't expect it to be as important as it is, but I think I need to have this one up there, which is just YouTube Digital Diversity Project. So youtube.com/Digital Diversity Project. There's a lot of previous games that I've streamed, and that will have all the stuff coming up. If you want to check out any of the interviews that I've done with devs, they are available at nbkaiju.com, enbykaiju.com. There's a lot of really cool stuff on there. I highly recommend it. Stuff that I cannot stream, the interviews go on there. So specifically there as well, because Twitch is very specific about what kind of content you can have, and when we start getting to the like adult queer games that I'd really love to be able to stream and get into more detail on, like, you know, self-service shop or hard-coded or something like that, you know, I ain't gonna be able to stream that shit. So I do what I can. But yeah, so I will put up a schedule, and the next digital diversity stream is planned for the first Sunday in January, which will be the 7th Australia time. That'll like be close to the end of the 6th on US time. But have a look there, see how we go. As I said, I've got a list of games to go through. We'll see how we go. I might go check out the interviews I did for Full Service Shop, and there's 2 interviews for Hard-Coded. One I did back in 2018, and one I did last year. So like a 5-year catch-up, and it's so good. Yeah. There's a reason like Robert Yang's games are all banned, even if he did a totally wholesome like not lewd game. But yeah, go check those out. I'll put up a schedule. Follow me. I'm just NBKaiju on Twitter, and I'm on Blue Sky, same name. If you are a dev on, if you are an LGBTQIA plus dev, go check me out on those ones. I have a form on, it's linked up there on, actually it's linked up there on co-host on Blue Sky and on Twitter right now. If you've got games, chuck them in. I'm going to put a link up as well. somewhere. People can share the games they want to add. But I think that is about all I'm going to do. I feel very tired and I haven't spoken this much constantly in quite a while. So yeah, thank you everyone. You have made this return of the Digital Diversity Project so worth it. I want to thank you for everyone for being here and for sharing your thoughts and your feelings and getting emotional with me. And I should be back in a couple of weeks doing another one. I might do more of this. We will see how it go. If I decide to stream next Sunday, it will be more of this because I will not have officially started the New Year's digital diversity stuff. So we'll see how we go. Until next time, everyone, please look after yourselves, look after each other. Remember that you are not alone. You will never be alone. You are important. Be your wonderful queer selves, and I will see you incredible humans next time. Stay safe out there, okay? See ya.